Hello everyone, welcome to the next episode of my SimCity 4 Let's Play of Pinecastle. I know it's been a while since my last episode, sorry about that, but I'm off work for a couple weeks, so hopefully I have more time to make some now. Anyway, let's load up the city. And let's see what we've got here. I think in the last one I was making some RHW highway interchanges, so that's all finished now. And again, got into some more zoning, the downtown area. So here we have it. This is the most recent area I'd zoned in. I guess the first thing I'm gonna do now is just extend this avenue a little bit. And try to figure out where this is supposed to go eventually. I guess I can just drag it to the very end of the city tile and connect to the neighboring one. But I will not do that for a little while at least. And let's see, what else? We have this elevated railway. Which is kind of ending abruptly for now. So I'm trying to extend that at some point, but let's see, where will I put that again? I forget. It has been a while, that's the problem when you take time off between episodes, I suppose. There's a commuter rail line here. North or east and west line right there goes the next city of Stonegate Moor to the west, and this one right here is terminating for now. I guess I don't have to worry about that right now though, because I'm just zoning in this area first. So I will go ahead and put some zones in and make sure there's water already for these areas. Yep, there is. I'm gonna extend the water pipes a little bit further out so I can make sure that's taken care of for when I zone this area. So let me see, I think this is the right amount. Spacing, yeah. All covered, so I'll just go ahead and drag this out until the end of the city tile. I think I might as well go ahead with these pipes as well. Let's connect those up to the edge. Sometimes I do forget to put water pipes down and start zoning, and then you get the lower density development that I'm looking for in the first place, so it'd be best to just take care of that ahead of time. And I'll go and finish this one as well. You know what, but why not just, put it all the way to the freeway at least. It's almost finished as far as that goes, so we've got what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Need 6 tiles between pipes, ideally, so that the water will cover that whole area. That's the maximum you can have there. Alright, now that that's all taken care of, we'll start zoning here. I already have some empty blocks with streets laid out, so I'll start with these. And let's see, what shall I put here though? Residential or commercial? I would say commercial, it's more close to this main avenue. But you know, before I do that, another thing I'll do is, first of all, I can see there aren't proper stoplights on these intersections here because, well, by default the game will just make it have the one-way road, not be able to stop, and there'll be a fake stoplight for the avenue, but nothing for the one-way road. So I can do is put a signalized intersection piece. So I basically drag road from this tile through the intersection. On the other side of the intersection, I drag a one-way road starting here in that direction, and that will complete it. So now the difference is there's a stoplight for the one-way as well, so it's more realistic, of course. And I can go ahead and put some stoplights here too, do the same thing. Well, actually I don't know if I can, because I tried that the other day. I don't think it lets you with one-way to one-way intersections like this. You know, I don't see any lights appearing, so maybe that will come in a future network add-on mod version. I'm also going to put some turning lanes down with this main intersection here. And like I've mentioned before, my standard is about 3 tiles, 3, sometimes 4, for how long the turning lanes are. At least in an urban area like this. The suburbs, it can go longer, maybe 4 tiles usually. But only for major intersections though. I do need the intersection piece as well. Let's see, right here. Oh, I forgot I had to put that down first, actually. Okay, let's finish that. Okay, now that intersection is all taken care of. And while I could put turning lanes going up to this one, for example, or this one right here, I usually avoid that since it's close to another intersection. I just like to keep a little median here. It's better for pedestrian, you know, refuge islands in the middle too. At least in an urban area like this, I don't think it's necessary to put a turning lane for every single intersection. So, let's see. I said I would put commercial in this area. And you can already see some development appearing, so that's nice. And the street trees are just seasonal, so they don't appear right away. You can see they starting to appear right now in the median and on the side. That's from a Chinese mod that I have from SimCity China website that I think I have a link to that in my about page on my channel. Should be able to find where that can be downloaded. As far as the medians and the trees and all that for this kind of avenue. Got a nice hospital and some nice little parks next to it, so I think outside of that space, I'll make that a block and put a new road right here. Here I'll put some commercial zones, and on the other side some residential ones. Try to mix those uses in a little bit. And as far as right here, I'm going to put a new road in that goes parallel to the freeway. This will need to tunnel under this avenue here, so I'm gonna drag a few tiles like this, and before I build the tunnel, I'm gonna flatten out the edges of those so it just looks nicer. Okay. I can drag my road tunnel. There it is, and just drag out a little bit on this side. I'm not sure where this is going to go yet. I do know it will intersect with this road. Right now I'm focusing on this side of it, so I'll take care of that first. I need to make sure these one-way roads have a place to terminate, which will be at this roadway. And it's basically the same method with the one-ways crossing NAV6 Avenue. So they don't have the proper stoplights unless you get rid of this first and then drag road from this tile going through the intersection. See how the turning lanes appeared there? Now I have to continue that like that, so make sure this is all correct. Okay. So now we can have a stoplight on the avenue as well as on the one-way road. And they both function. Unfortunately, I do lose the New York style cross-hatching markings inside the intersection, which is actually an add-on in the network add-on mod. You can choose that when you're installing it as an option. So do the same thing with the rest of these intersections, because I always want to have stoplights functioning on all my roadway intersections, both roadways I mean. And see what happens sometimes due to the size of these intersections with the avenue. 3 tiles, you've got the wrong turning lane here, so you just gotta click and it will convert to the right lane markings and all that. Do it again here and here. You gotta click a couple times to fix that again. So there, it's all good now. And let's see. All looking good. Of course, when I disturb these tiles near the intersection, it will get rid of some of the street trees, because they're seasonal. They have to take a while to reappear with the change of seasons. They'll be back in a while though, at least, so that's fine. And you can also do the same thing with a road and one-way intersection. So I'm going to do that here, put a stoplight there, and get nice left and right turn lane markings going up to that. It's not necessary for this because so you can't do it because it's going, you know, away from the road intersection. So it's kind of pointless to have a stoplight when the road isn't intersecting in that direction. Unless you want to have separated, you know, left turn phase where this cross traffic is stopped and they're turning left onto the one-way. But that's not yet possible in the NAM, so maybe that will be possible in the future, though. This one goes this way, so I'll put in the stoplight. And I'll just extend this road. So now I've got a nice new area with streets laid out. There's gonna need to be some more, I can tell already, I think, because at least in this block, it's too wide for zones to occupy the entire space, even if you go to 4 tiles for each zone. So I'd need to put something else, like a street maybe. So I'm not going to put it this direction because there's already, you know, that wouldn't really work with the development already there, and I don't want to put another intersection in the middle of this block due to traffic concerns with the main avenue. So I'm actually going to put 1 or 2 smaller blocks going perpendicular to these one-way roads. So that looks good. And I'm kind of hesitant about, you know, I could extend it through here, just due to the proximity to both of these intersections, especially one that's approaching a freeway interchange. So that might be a bad idea to have a street intersection right in the middle of all that, so I think what I'll do is try to tunnel these under. Or you know what, I think I'm gonna actually just make a little loop right here. Well, perhaps it's not necessary anyway. I could just leave it at the terminating at this road here. So I should be able to zone some commercial buildings. Yeah, that will fill this whole block in anyway, so that's not really necessary to have any additional streets there. So I'll do that here. Of course, due to the hill, it might be maybe I could get away with putting one more block right here, I don't know. Because the game can do weird things with if you zone going up a hill like that. I don't know if that will look good when it develops the building. So I guess I'll continue one of these streets at least. Oops, maybe more like that. I guess I should have left that there. That's what I want. I like the smooth 90-degree street curves. I don't like to use the default ones anymore. I've just gotten so, you know, used to the smooth curves looking a lot nicer. Those sharp 90-degree angles, I really try to avoid those. And at least with roads, you know, you can always, instead of doing this, the game default 90-degree curve, you can just bulldoze that and drag diagonally through that tile. You get a little bit of smoother curve there. It doesn't actually occupy any additional space. Well, here it is, but it's not. Yeah, you know, you can still zone up to here. It's not occupying another tile. So I'll do that pretty often instead of the game default ones. Let's figure out how this is going to be zoned. I'll go with residential fronting this street. Like I said, I might be able to get away with another zone. I guess I'll put another commercial parcel here. So that's not too much of a slope really on this lot. As far as this hill here, doesn't really look right, I think. So I'm gonna put some retaining walls going along the avenue. So these are from, let's see, SC4 Devotion. There's several different kinds. These last two are more mossy looking for kind of some more suburban areas, so I think I'll go with these ones right here. So it's kind of a dark concrete, I guess. Alright, so guess I'll just make it the same length as the other side here with the retaining wall. So that's complete now. And it looks nicer, but these don't look so great, so these two tiles above the tunnel. Don't think I want to put trees there. I don't think that would be realistic, so I'm just going to put a... Somewhere I think I have a matching dirt texture, or not dirt, but the browner looking grass that matches with that. So let's see, I think it's down near the bottom. Here's something actually, I think that's what I'm looking for. I think I actually made these myself. It's obviously very easy to do in the lot editor. You just change the base texture of the open grass area. I made a few lots like this. And I really should post some of these on Simtropolis or SC4 Devotion, because I also have these construction site fillers. I'll show you that in a second. Which I was just thinking yesterday, you know, I should get that posted somewhere if I haven't already. I don't think I have. You know what, I might have added it as attachment on Google Drive or something. But I'll just show these two anyway. These are really useful for, like, you know, you want to have a railway, the rail dirt, it will like transition diagonally to grass, you know. I also have some with some chain link fences. Oops. Yeah, that's it. So you can get like a fence around your diagonal railway. I'll make sure I've posted those somewhere and as an attachment, and I'll try to link to that if I haven't already. Anyway, got a few more tiles that I want to fill in. This time I'll put some trees there. Oh, I think I passed them actually. Always hard to find stuff in this menu. Anyway, I wanted to fill in this tile with trees. You see they have the same base texture, a similar one that goes with these right here. And this, I think I'll put a little flower garden park here, just because it's in the developed area. So that'll make it look nice. That basically completes this block, and I'm gonna have to do the same with something along here. Maybe put commercial here because it's right next to the freeway. Might be a noisy area to live in. So let's see. Oh, and it looks like something got messed up with this right here, in this tile. You know, that can happen from time to time. You just gotta click to get it fixed, you know. It's not very hard, but you just gotta watch for that with these. See, this one did it too when I put this. It's because I put this street crossing it right there. Just click and it will fix itself. So now I've got couple more completed blocks, and I guess I'll put another one right here, a little parcel. I guess what I'll do though here is I'm going to what I'm seeing immediately, I want to make a road crossing this here, and I can use an overpass or an underpass, except that unfortunately the overpasses will be 4 tiles long and they won't fit here, and the underpass will not work because it's 3 tiles and they have to be, it will be like messed up with this shoulder and overhang the RHW highway. And could use the old style overpasses, the puzzle piece based ones. The problem with that though is that they're 15 meters high and very unrealistic. I try to avoid those these days. You know, I could put it here and it wouldn't look wrong with the freeway, but going up 15 meters high in a, what is it, 45 meter length like this, you know, 3 tiles, it just doesn't look right. It's not realistic. It's a very steep slope, so I don't want to do that. So I'm going to try to figure out what I can do here. And of course, I could make the freeway overpass the road, but that would be more expensive. You know, a wider bridge, I guess. Well, maybe it wouldn't matter too much, I suppose. Just trying to think realistically. Usually that's my theme lately, that I've been, every time I build an interchange, I try to make, you know, shorter bridges on the wide network and all that, you know, just try to save space and bridges, make less elevated stuff, because that would be saving money in real life. And I guess for this, in this case, I'll just do that right here. It would be a good area to have another interchange, because this is we can tolerate more weave space, shorter weave spaces on this freeway, because it's the collector distributed freeway on the ground level. And the express freeway is below grade here. But I'm not sure I want to make it we can interchange with this road. It's only a 2-lane road, you know. Maybe I'll do it though. What I'm thinking is a folded diamond kind of partial cloverleaf interchange, so let me try and throw that together real quick. So that kind of lends itself to that, because I have, see, I diagonally extended this road here. I already got an intersection, so I can branch off this intersection. This is going to loop and connect to the freeway. So what I've been doing lately is figuring out, based on someone, I think Tiberius06 had posted, that there's a lot of new RHW draggable ramp interfaces that you can do, which I didn't realize until recently. So I've been practicing, you know, using those lately when I'm building interchanges. So one of them that I'm going to do here is this is a RHW Y splitter. So basically you just drag like a loop here, you drag in this pattern. I think that's how it is, maybe not. Let me see if I got that right. Let's see. And it's telling me it's not going to work, so... There's another kind of splitter. The wishbone, I think it's called. Let's see what I can do here. This one's pretty simple once you remember what to do with it. And that's not it. So... Oh, okay, that was it. Okay, I guess I probably just did that in the wrong order or something. That's the kind of interchange I'm trying to make, or splitter, I mean ramp interface. So it looks good now. You might notice with this, it's a little bit more paved space in the middle here compared to the puzzle piece-based one. So they're trying to phase out the old puzzle piece-based splitters because they're a lot less convenient to use, I guess. You'd have to cycle through all the puzzle pieces in the menu and get to the right one. So anyway, just gonna make this real compact here though. So I want the 90-degree small curve. That. And I'll just transition to road right here. Make that a little smoother. I always like to make those slightly smoother 45-degree curves that you can just like drag two tiles within the curve like that. Anytime that it lets me, you know. Sometimes they're not possible due to space constraints, but I think they look a lot nicer than the default ones. Those half the interchange completed already. And for the other half, I think I'll just make it a part of a diamond interchange, maybe. Or maybe I should... No, I should make that another... similar to this half, I guess. We do the... Even though I said I can have closer weave space here between interchanges. Oh, you know what? I guess I will make it a diamond, though. That's the easiest thing I can possibly do, too. There. Perfect. Looks good. Not a very complicated or high capacity sort of interchange really, but you know, it does the job at least. We can already see cars using it. I wonder how much traffic is using this freeway since they built those two interchanges. Not too much, but you can see a little bit appearing on there. Maybe there's more over this direction. Oh yeah, there's a good amount of traffic traveling this direction, using this interchange way over here, so that's nice to see. Alright, so what next? My plan is to put a fence right along this overhang tile with a transparent base texture so it doesn't cover anything up here. Here it is right now, that's what I'm looking for. So this is just going to, see how the RHW6S has an overhang tile. You can't really use it for very much, but you can put fences in that tile, which I like to do with these transparent base fences. I put these together in the lot editor, it's pretty simple to do. So... here's a complete fence along the side of it. And one more thing I'll do is put a few trees here. I'm just gonna go with a regular oak, maple, and elm, I guess. Gonna place a few along the edge in a single line of trees, you know, just to make it look nicer, look more filled in. There. That looks nice now, I think. Maybe one more. Okay. And the other two tiles we have here can be used for zoning. So I'll finish that. Okay, now we've got a nice area along the freeway is finished. All these blocks are left to do. But for now, I think I'm gonna end the episode. I'm feeling a little bit tired and haven't had any coffee today, so I have to pick up some more of that from the store. So anyway, thanks for watching, and hope you enjoyed this episode. Hope to see you next time.